What is up, guys? StrokeMyMilk here, and today I am here to celebrate the 8th anniversary for Reach, Halo Reach. And it has been 8 years, I apologize for my dog, since Halo Reaches came out, and I remember being a kid watching the news and like people were queuing up midnight for this game, the last Bungie game created by Halo, and it really excited me. And the great thing is, it turned out to be amazing. But to celebrate that, I'm going to do a top list for the best Halo games. Number 11, Halo Spartan Strike, which released in 2015. Halo Spartan Strike was one of the mobile games, the second mobile game for the Halo franchise, and it's not good. It's really stupid. It's a bit too difficult, and at the same time a bit too boring and repetitive, and it's kind of irritating, and it really annoys me sometimes, so it's not a good Halo game at all. And number 10, Halo Spartan Assault, the first Halo mobile game. Now this one I had, it's almost the exact same with Spartan Strike, just with a different title, and they're both as bad as each other. But the reason why I'd prefer Spartan Assault, because it was a new experience for the Halo franchise, and every now and then at the beginning I had fun with it, but I kind of regret. Getting it. Number 9, Halo 5 Guardians. My dog is like the camera guy standing right behind the camera. Oh, it's amazing. It's me. He's just staring at me. But number 9, Halo 5 Guardians. These don't press any buttons. Halo 5 Guardians. Halo 5 Guardians is the newest, well, the second newest Halo game to release, and it had a lot of backlash with the campaign. The marketing was absolutely terrible. It was advertising this amazing thing which never came to be, which really kind of hurts, because I love it, and the dog's just looking at me through the thing. Okay. A lot of people a lot of people weren't a big fan of this, and I was one of the people. I was really not a big fan of the idea of completely advertising an amazing story and releasing a meh story. But overall, I thought the campaign was okay. It was playable, it was fun, and I really like Agent Locke as a character. Really enjoyed him. He was very badass, and he was cool, even though, and it was nice to have a new character other than Master Chief, but I was disappointed Master Chief wasn't in it most, and I remember them saying, oh, there's like 50 missions, but 5 of those missions are you walking around and pressing X on some guy's face and listening to them. It's not really 50 missions, it's really 10, I'd say. But yeah, that's Halo 5. Number 8 is the newest Halo game, Halo Wars 2. I quite enjoyed the campaign of Halo Wars 2. I really like it. The only issue I have with it, and it's a big issue, is the multiplayer. Because the multiplayer is so unbalanced. It's so terrible. It's one of the most unbalanced multiplayers ever, and they even have the fucking balls to say, here's microtransactions like Halo 5 did with requisition packs. And it's just absolutely stupid, the multiplayer is, but you know, the campaign was fun. Aatrox is one of the most badass villains in Halo lore, and I can't wait to see if he pops up in Halo Infinite, as they've been teasing this to tie together, and I'm so looking forward to that. Number 7 is the first Halo Wars. I'd say the campaigns are on the same level for me. Some people disagree, but I really enjoyed Halo Wars. I loved the cinematics as well. It was something new for Halo fans at the time. And also, I really enjoyed the multiplayer. It wasn't as unbalanced as Halo Wars 2. What are you doing? But yeah, it still wasn't exactly balanced, but you know, it was a slight improvement, and I think, well, not improvement, but you know, it's better than Halo Wars 2 multiplayer, and I really enjoyed it. Great, he's got a bottle now, so all you're going to hear in the background noise is a bunch of bottle noises. Are you looking forward to that? I'm not. Number 6, if I'm right, number 6, yes, Halo 4, the first Halo... Okay, come on. You can play with this time, okay? See this? There you go. No. Halo 4 was the first game made by 343 Industries. And it was a great start. The campaign's okay. You know, I say it's the same level story-wise as Halo 5, just the issue is I think people enjoy it more because they didn't advertise it wrong. No. Don't. They didn't advertise it wrong, which is a good thing. The advertisements were absolutely great. I was so hyped when I saw the first trailer. And Halo 4, I think the graphics are much better than they are in Halo 5. It looks better. And I really like the idea of evolving the franchise but still having the Halo element to it. But Halo 5 failed in that too. They had a Call of Duty element in it instead of a Halo element. But I appreciated Halo 4. But I think the best thing about Halo 4 is the multiplayer. The multiplayer is by far the best multiplayer in the series. It's absolutely amazing. It's really good multiplayer. And I really enjoyed it when I was younger. And 343 definitely know how to make multiplayer, because Halo 5 does have good multiplayer too, with raging moments of punching pillows instead of walls. Number 5, Halo 3 ODST. Yes, people may argue, why is this game like when it came out, a full price game for like a little DLC? Yes, I get that. It isn't a big game. You could do the campaign on Legendary in a day. I did that before, and it's quite easy, it's quite short, yes, but at the same time, it's a great game. It's a different perspective. You're dropping in. You're not a Spartan anymore. You're an ODST, and it's really cool. I love New Mombasa, and I just remember having like vivid memories of firefights and amazing moments. The firefight, this definitely has the best firefight out of any Halo, hands down. I'm saying that now. The firefight was absolutely amazing, and I remember some epic moments, like something straight out of a movie. I really enjoyed it, and you know, I kind of wish they had a firefight in their remastering of it. Number 4, the first Halo game to ever exist, Halo Combat Evolved. This is the one that started it all. Some people would say, why is this not at the top? Or why is this not higher than normal? Well, it's because it kind of has outdated. But I get that. I played it recently with a friend of mine who has never played any Halo games before. And I remember him turning around and saying like, this is a poopy game. This is terrible. Why is this what it's known as? But you gotta think, back in the day, that was not terrible. That was absolutely amazing. That was fantastic. The graphics were amazing back in the day. The gameplay was amazing. It was one of the rare first-person shooters you got, and it was absolutely fantastic. And the world building in the Halo War, it all started off from this classical game. Started off from this. This is a legend. This is a thing that hasn't aged well. But it always, when I go back to it, I still love it like it used to. Because I know what it was like. I remember what it was like younger. I remember how amazing this was. And it's still amazing to me, but to new gamers, it's really not. And I get that, because you've got modernized games now. But I think it's just a classic, which hasn't aged well, but at the same time, I still love it with all my heart. Number 3 is Halo 3. Halo 3, such an awesome game. This is where you get to like the 10 out of 10s. Like, Combat Evolved was like a 9 out of 10, but this is the 10 out of 10s. Halo 3 was absolutely amazing. I loved the campaign. Yes, it was slightly shorter. I loved Arbiter and Master Chief teaming up. I loved how Sergeant Johnson has a bigger role in this. Halo 3 was definitely the conclusion we needed for a trilogy. And it ended well. And it was absolutely amazing. And it's so badass. And I love that they when people complained about Halo 2 not actually being on Earth, because they were originally going to end the Halo franchise with Halo 2, but with the success of that, they were like, yo, let's make a third one and change the ending. But yeah, you finally got to finish the fight on Earth, and it was absolutely amazing. I love Halo 3. It's so good, and I can understand why people say it's one of the best Halos out today. Number 2 is Halo 2. Halo 2, I loved it, even though people were quite angry that you couldn't finish the fight on Earth. I still think it's amazing, and I loved the anniversary version with the blur cinematic. It kind of makes me wish they did a Halo 3 anniversary. God, I'd love that. But sadly, it never came to be. But Halo 2 is like absolutely amazing. I love the campaign. I love how see, they did something that Halo 5 couldn't. Halo 5 definitely took inspiration of Halo 2 with the two characters having their own storylines, and it connects to one. The balancing. The issue with 343, they could say for an excuse, but Halo 2 was like this, so why are you complaining that Master Chief wasn't in it more? Because if you think about it, Arbiter was there slightly more than Master Chief. Well, first of all, even though I personally like Agent Locke, a lot of people didn't. They weren't invested in this character, and he didn't have an interesting thing about him except for I follow the rules. I find him badass, but I don't like him because he follows the rules. I think that's the most boring thing about him. But Arbiter, his side was so interesting. You finally got to play as an elite, you finally got to play as the other side, and seeing how terrible the Covenant were, and they treated him, they called him a heretic, and he has to fight for this side, and then let alone to betray at the end. And it's a great story arc for a new character. That's how they should do it. They should have made the character interesting with Agent Locke. Like, interesting in why are you showing this perspective except for I'm just following the rules. Arbiter had a story that needed to be told. It didn't have to be in a comic. It needed to be told. And then obviously you get Master Chief's side, and Master Chief's side is just as fun. And I really enjoy Halo 2. I absolutely love it. I love the poster as well, you know. And obviously that was the beginning of the armor we all come to love today, even though I am a big fan of the Halo 4 armor. And obviously the original combat evolved, but my favourite Master Chief armor is the Halo 2 and Halo 3 one. I forgot the mark number. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll just do a correction here if I remember while editing. And number 1, obviously there's one I've really missed out, is Halo Reach. Halo Reach is my favourite game of all time. The sad thing is that it's kind of been ruined by assassination movies. And this game, I remember as a kid, I can't believe I'm going deep with this, it's just a video game. It's just a video game. But I remember seeing the news and people queuing up. This was the last Halo game. Well, it was confirmed to be the last ever Halo game. Because it was... Who would take it? We never knew 343 would take it. We thought this was it for Halo. This was the last one. And the story it had was truly fantastic. It's so emotional and heartbreaking how you're with this team of nobles, and obviously you play as Noble 6, and you're the character finally. You're not playing as someone else. You're playing as you. And you to go through this journey of losing likeable characters, and all to the ending mission, Lone Wolf. It's quite emotional and heartbreaking, and it's something the game really didn't do at the time. This is one of the masterpieces, and I'd say, you know... Oi! And I'd say, you know, this game is just as good as Last of Us, I'll be honest. Last of Us, yes, is one of the new masterpieces, but before Last of Us, if I'm correct, I'd say Halo Reaches was that masterpiece, and I've noticed in the reviews I watched recently, people were kind of slating on it, saying, oh yeah, it's not the best Halo, but now all of a sudden everyone says that. I thought from day one this is the best Halo I've ever played. The customization, the multiplayer, it's generally given me a lot of childhood memories and a lot of happy moments that I had. And I remember, oh, this is going way deep, but I didn't really have friends at the time on Xbox 360. All I had was my dad. I know that's really sad, but yeah, that right. But you know, it was always me and him just kicking ass on Firefight and multiplayer and on the amazing campaign, and I could play that campaign again and again and again. It's one of those games which it's my favorite game. Yes, because of the campaign's amazing. Yes, because of the multiplayer and the firefight's amazing. But it's not just that, really. It's more about how I felt with this. I felt like this was it. This was my favorite game series over. This was the end of a perfect thing that's been through in my childhood that my dad kind of introduced to me because he loved it as well. So he wanted, obviously, his son to get involved. And yeah, it's quite sad to think that it's been 8 years. Damn, because I'm a young guy. I feel old, but I'm a young guy. And 8 years. But yeah, Halo Reach is definitely by far my favourite game of all time. And I definitely do miss it. I do go back on it every now and then and play the campaign. But yeah, I remember Reach. One of the greatest games of all time. But yeah, that was my review on all the Halos, really, like a mini review on each one. That's my list of top 11, it's a weird number, 11 Halo games. Now, I didn't know whether to do like the movie/TV shows, but I think it's kind of obvious the rating that goes. I do like them all, but I think some do have some issues, and one of them I really like is Halo 4 Forward Unto Dawn. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this list. I hope you all go back on Halo Reach and blast on it, because I know it's still popular to this very day, because like I said, it's one of the best games ever made. And, you know, I'm definitely going to be playing it anytime soon, probably tonight. I absolutely love the game, and I thank you for listening to my list. If you got any different opinions on this list, just comment down below, let me know. And if you also enjoyed this video, make sure you click on the like, okay, or press it, or poke it, or headbutt it. Up to you. You could even punch it if you want, but it's going to leave a crack in your screen. But yeah, this is StrokeMyMilk, and peace.